as we jump into the action. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it, and they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Give it to Mixon. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On the ground with a tight end. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 13-7 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Now Jackson on first down. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson now. That's out wide here for Robinson. That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On second down, it's Robinson, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. From the gun, it's Jackson. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he's going to have the Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Watson's throw there taken in by Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
They'll run on first down. Nixon, and not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun to give to Mixon. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
To throw is Watson. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here's Rodgers to return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons. 8 yards to go on second down. From the gun, Jackson. Man open is Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37.
16 yards. First down, Seattle.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jackson. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Work out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll run here with Robinson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Robinson. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. It's Carter. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, it should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. the 7. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run here with Carter. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to draw that one free.
So out now is the Seattle field goal team. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and flip.
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. The 71 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Faking the give, now Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Falcons continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. Now Allen Robinson and company gearing up to go again on offense. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the 2nd quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On third down, Robinson shoves him aside. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Now Carter. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the left side. It's Robinson. And fights through one man. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Carter with it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run. Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now we'll look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Robinson now off the option. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now Jackson. And he's got it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
McPherson's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. Throwing again on second down. Watson. Right back to Pitts again. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Watson's throw into the hands of Pitts here. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, it's Watson. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. To throw again on second down. Watson to Mixon on the check down. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. On 1st down, it's Watson. Got this complete to the tight end, Pitts. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us as always as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 56 in L.A. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
From the red zone now, Watson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again is Jackson. Sets up the screen to Robinson. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. From the 36, Jackson. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And he'll go down at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
McPherson's kick is good. And the deficit falls under 20 now. It's a 19-point game. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the New England Patriots squaring off against the Houston Texans. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half, and it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these 2 teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Now a second down and 6. To throw is Jackson. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing is Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on third. They had more guys than they could block. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. .39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Watson on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. A gain of of 6 there on first. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Here's Watson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McPherson on for the point after. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. 3 yards the gain there, second down. A handoff running left, Mixon. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Watson. That is caught by Lamb. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Now it's Watson. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Here's Watson. He stiff arms him. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Second down and goal. Watson. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. DJ Reader, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
But you've been around me a long time now. You know on 2nd and inches, I love it when teams are aggressive and take a shot. But we just saw the downside to being that aggressive, didn't we?
Now you've given up on a pretty likely first down if they had run the football, and they need to come up with something here on 3rd. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Max Crosby, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Rodgers on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And we will get another look at Seattle's offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They begin the drive with Robinson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jackson. And that is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Justin Houston in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one, angling for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's Williams on the catch. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Watson. Complete. Smith has it. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ballgame. And the Falcons push further out in front. Hard to believe that arm strength was a knock on Deshaun Watson coming out of Clemson, but he showed what he's got there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Falcons score to cap it off. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Jackson on 1st down. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 17.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now Jackson on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And the Seahawks are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is a tough situation offensively because down 3 scores, the field goal kicker's not even going to come into play here. As an offensive play caller, though, you know you have to take chances. This is a time to get creative.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Robinson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Touchdown! It's complete. Cole Kmet, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. Jackson here is going to look to throw. Complete at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And the pieces have fallen into place to this point. They've got a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. A berth to the Super Bowl resting on their ability to see this one through to the end. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 94 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
So the completion results there in 9 yards.
And it'll be second and about a yard. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 26. On first down, Watson. That completes it again to Metcalf. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. It's another touchdown pass for Deshaun Watson, his 5th of the afternoon. And the Falcons are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like the Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Justin Houston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Did they maybe play that too safely on third down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have fourth down to try and pick it up.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And you can bet that they are starting to sense it now. That George Halas trophy nearly theirs. Their spot as NFC champions oh so close as they try to finish this one off. They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The Falcons on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson able to hit his target, Claypool. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. Going to be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, when you see a screen pass and the defensive tackle ends up making the play, you know that one wasn't sold well at all because he should be upfield by the time you throw the pass. If not, you end up with big trouble, as we just saw right there.
Here's Jordan Berry now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now it's Peterson. Gets around him. A nice return that time. Gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Falcons ready to take over. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Takes to midfield but no further. Just a yard there. Here's 2nd and 9. Just a yard on that last run. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Well, the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the fourth.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Justin Houston able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he was plus 5 seconds there with a football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. It's a big play there for Seattle.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 20-yard line.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. Throw right side, complete to Williams. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, a good job defensively to recover. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Touchdown, Seahawks. Cole Kmet saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Seahawks' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Jackson to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Jackson's throw pulled in by Robinson here. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown. But this game's over.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that may do it for this NFC title game. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance. It just was unsuccessful.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. What were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.